All right, so we're pulling plugs and wires. I'm going to replace the plugs and wires, which I'm almost at a point where I'm going to say, you know, I don't want to do that. But here's what we're looking at. You can see the plug wire coming off right here. But what you can't see, and I'll have to show you later on, is it actually goes through. You know, let me see if I can get it angled up there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It actually goes through a heat thing. You can see just the very edge of it right there, a heat shield, and it runs all the way underneath the engine up to the other side. Now, I talked to someone about this. Oh, no, that can't be factory. Well, I can show you if I come down here. I can actually show you. Don't judge me on this blanket. It's comfortable. I can show you. It's right there. This is the heat shield, and the plug runs all the way underneath there, and I've still got to trace it the rest of the way. Maybe it doesn't go all the way across the engine, but it sure looks like it goes the entire length of the engine. But the problem with that is beat up and crushed. Here you can see the front plug cord right there. That's the very front on the passenger side, and then somewhere stuck in here is the second one in that I need to try to get out. But the heat shield stuff is, or maybe just a channel. I'll say heat shield, but it's, you know, just the channel thing is a bit of a problem because it's pretty beat up. And I don't plan on taking the whole fucking car apart. Sorry, you can't use the F word. I'll beep it out. You have to take the whole front end apart, just to get the plug off, plug wire. So I got to figure it out. I may have to bend that down a little bit and bend it back. I already had to do that up above. Up above there was the heat shield. This is a silver one. It's supposed to be a heat shield and or insulate so the radio works. Various questions on that and whether that's a real thing or not. But that was all bent up and I couldn't get it out, so I had to do a lot of bending and twisting and stuff to get it off so I could get the plug wires out. And I'll show you that when we get back on top. The other one's still on. It's the silver, the chrome looking angled bracket that kind of looks like this, only chrome, that goes across the top of the engine, and usually it plugs into a chrome box, but that box is long gone, and these chrome channels may be long gone too. So that's what I'm facing right now, to actually get those two plug wires out. I don't know what the other side looks like, but I jacked it up, took the tires off. Probably if I had a lift it would work a little bit better, but still the tires still would be in the way if I had the kind of lift I envisioned. But I don't think that particular lift would help me any. I think this is the only way this is actually going to work. But who knows? I think maybe it would work on a regular lift. I don't know. All right, that's all I got for now. All right, so if you're looking at this, easiest way to get these out from there is to pull the rubber end off. Doesn't hurt anything. You're not destroying it. So that's probably how I will weave them back in, if I weave them back in at all. But I pull the rubber boot off, and then you pull on it and it slides all the way out. Not sure how that works for putting it back in, but I doubt I'm going to actually do that. So there you go. All right, I want you to take a look at this spark plug wire. Oops, can't see it now because there's no light. This spark plug wire right here is run through that hole right there. Now why? I see no logical reason why that wants to be run through that hole in the control arm. I think that's a control arm, but it makes no sense to me. So we won't be doing it again. And you can see on this side I also took off the silver channel for that, but this one's gonna come off. And again, you can't run it through. Flip it. You can't run it through that hole without pulling off the boot head. So it's clearly several places that's what they had to do here. You can't see it right now. You should be able to see it here in a minute. Good heavens. Yeah, so you'd have to pull off the boot head to run it through there. Why would you do that? I have no idea why. It doesn't seem to make any sense. And of course it's going down and coming up a channel, which will be way over here. Again, it makes no sense. Your cord, your spark plug wire is twice as long as it needs to be. So we'll edit it, and I'm gonna redo all those. As you can see, maybe you can see, that just isn't gonna go through that hole like that. So we'll pull it off, if I can. Dang, that doesn't want to come off. Gonna need two hands. But anyway, I'm gonna pull it off and we'll see. All right, so I had to show you the plugs that came out. Doco, these are good plugs. But the ones I put in I like better. You can see there's not really any real issues there other than they're carboning up, and that's, I can make a quick adjustment. But we'll see. But that's just from not driving it so much, and I think, but all the new plugs are in, they're all gapped. You see the gaps, well I may have dropped that one, but the gaps are kind of wonky on all these. But that's what they look like. Now they're new. This is what I replaced them with. And the gap is 0.042 when you gap them. These NGKs are good plugs.
Guys, this is all breaking in real time, so I'm here with you.
All right, so I pulled this off. It's not, it's just a terrible, terrible engineering piece, in my opinion. Especially when it gets this old, they just don't hold up like they had. So this is off on both sides. And I'm not gonna channel the wires back down through the channels on the side because they were pretty much destroyed. And I'm gonna go out and take some ideas on how anybody else might have rerouted all their spark plug wires. But for now, she's running good and we're good to go. All right, success on plugs and wires replacement. It was not easy. I still got some routing I have to do for the wires. But I just fired her up. She sounds really good. And then we'll get her rolled out of here and onto some other things I've got to get done today. But yeah, we've got, well, I got one more thing I want to check. I'll do it with you. But we've got plugs, oil change, wires, new wires, that's all set. But I wanted to check the camber settings if I could back here. Actually, just to see if there's actually the space to slide under here a little further. What I'm looking for is the cam. Oh yeah, we do have it. You can see the cam right there. That's going to be how I adjust the camper. Or you probably have to go back a while to find the video. But I did say my wheels are out too much. So now I know I have the camper I can change. It's got the disc and make some easy changes. Now, I can take it in and have it redone too, have it done, which I probably will. Find someone who can do rear alignment on a Corvette. But, and again, we'll go back to this. We're not going to be able to get that changed or change the ride height with the bolts I have. So we're going to make those changes eventually. So stay tuned for that.